Good morning. Hello, Naz. Thanks for coming. I'm trying to put the Zoom meeting too, so I will type the Zoom number here. Zoom number. Oh, my eyes kind of too small. 858-6416-3398. Passcode 187291. So that's the Zoom code. If you want to speak to me, you can use the Zoom. So before we start, we can just relax and sit in the silence. You can start to watch your breathing, observe your breathing. Inhale, exhale. So inhale, you find the rising of your stomach. Pause and exhale, the falling of your stomach. Inhale again. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Gentle breathing. And pause. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Again, rising of your stomach. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. The falling of your stomach. And pause. 1, 2, 3. And inhale. So we can like breathing this way to calm down the mind. Relax the body. So how's your experience? So recently I used a DeepSeek, like the Chat GPT, the AI, to ask some questions. Now I'm typing into the DeepSeek. Uh, what is the direct experience of non-duality? And here comes the answer. I can give you this. I don't know if you can share this or no. Now AI is kind of collective mind that can answer your questions or do any jobs, do some jobs. Okay. So here's the answer. My question is, what's the direct experience of non-duality? DeepSeek answered, the direct experience of non-duality is an ineffable realization that transcends the mind, habitual divisions of self and other. Wow. Observer and observed. It is not a philosophical idea, but an immediate, embodied recognition of unity, where the sense of separation dissolves. Here is an attempt to point toward it. You see, that's very good. Transcends the mind's habitual division of self and other, observer and observed, is not an philosophical idea, but an immediate, embodied recognition of unity, where the sense of separation dissolves. Do you, have you had any experience of this non-duality? Hmm. Okay, here is the details. He going to point it. First one is the collapse of boundaries. Wow, good. The mental constructs that compartmentalize reality, divide the reality, like body, world, me, vs you, fall away. So the me and the world, me and you, fall away. Perceptions shifts from fragmentations to wholeness. Beautiful. So here is the trick is if you identify you're the body mind, you won't have this kind of realization at all. But if you identify you're the pure awareness, all these things make sense because pure awareness or your presence is all inclusive. Everything is included in your presence. So the whole world is you. That's a non-dual perception. Perception shifts from fragmentation to wholeness. You no longer feel like a separate entity looking at the world. You are the world being itself. A tree, a sound, or breath is not out there, but it's within you. A breath, a sound of bird, a tree, outside is not out there, but intimately inseparable from the awareness perceiving it. Make sense? So all your thoughts, feelings, who think you are, like your family, your background, your education, your culture, it's all within you. It's all you. I love this. That's the first, the collapse of boundaries. So there's, in your view, there's no American, there's no Russian. You still mentally you know there's difference, but deep down you know they are one. That's the first, the collapse of boundaries, and the second is the timeless presence. Wow, so good. Past and future lose its grip. There is only this, an eternal now, vivid and alive. You are the eternal now, perceiving a transcendent world. Past and the future is the imagination or memory of the mind. Thoughts may still rise, but they no longer anchor identity. Beautiful. Your feelings, thoughts still arise, but they no longer anchor identity. You don't identify you are it or you are them. The compulsive narrative of I quiets. Are you quiet now? Very quiet. Naz said, I do experience sometimes, but so rarely and hard to maintain. Yes, it is hard to maintain. I agree. Maintain is tricky here. You are always the pure awareness, experiencing the world, a body, a mind. But once we are thinking or doing something, our attention is going out. That's where you mean, I mean, hard to maintain, right? So you're listening to me now. I'm talking to you. No matter what you're doing, I'm listening, talking, sitting, observing. The sense of I, or say pure awareness, is always here, now, as background. So if you always have part of your attention on the presence of the awareness as the background, you never lose it. And it's not hard to maintain. That's it. You still keep doing your things like go to work, go to study, eat, sleep, exercise. But you know, behind all these activities, doings, there is a non doing awareness. Now, it's always now. You cannot escape from now because you are the now, I will say. Everything happened in the present moment. The mind may travel to the past or to the future, but still it happens in the now. The timeless presence. Mind lives in time, but you don't. You are the timeless presence. The silence that brimming with aliveness. That's the direct experience. Rupert Spira or Sri Sri Muji talk about this direct experience. of non-duality. So that's the first two of direct experience of non-duality from deep seek. First one again is collapse of boundaries. The body and world, me and you, fall away. Second, timeless presence. You are the timeless presence. Third one is the absence of control. The illusion of a doer evaporates. Actions, thoughts, and sensations happen spontaneously. Beautiful. Like waves in an ocean, there's no central controller, only the flow of existence unfolding effortlessly. So beautiful. The illusion of a doer, like actions, thoughts, sensations, evaporates. You are like a conscious wind in the sky, blows, travels effortlessly over the field, mountains, valleys, cities, buildings, rooms, families, societies. That's it. So beautiful. And kind of energetic shift happens right at that moment. You mean the body energy? It's more like your understanding of reality changes. The relationship between I and everything that is not I dissolves. There's everything is you within you. That's the fundamental change. There's some energetic shift, especially when you are shifted, pay more on the breathing. Inhale, rising of the stomach. Exhale, falling of your stomach. It's like you notice every breath is happening continuously, non-stopping, and this is an energy shift too, energetic shift. If you stay 5 minutes or 10 minutes focused on your breathing, You may feel your body all is charged. And this is part of your direct experience too. You realize you're centered. It's like you're not so easily disturbed anymore. Your attention is centered within your body. Or it's your brain's trick. Hmm. If you notice, if you ask this question, is not a trick anymore because now you can observe it. So that's the third absence of control. There is no doer. All actions, thoughts, and sensations happen spontaneously. And the fourth is the unity in diversity. So beautiful. Differences remain, colors, forms, emotions, but they no longer imply separation. Like ripples on a single pond, everything is recognized as expressions of the same boundless reality. Joy and sorrow, light and shadow are seen as transient textures of the whole. That's it. I love this deep thoughts on the direct experience of non-duality. It's like I don't know how he. I think he searched and gathered all the information on different websites, servers, in terms of philosophy, science, and answering this way is so beautiful. It's like a collective mind to answer a question for you. So once you wake up, you realize is does not the oneness does not deny the diversity. Okay, that's why the fourth is the unity in diversity. Differences remain: colors, forms, emotions, peoples, nations, different animals, but they no longer imply separation because you have that united view, right? Total view, a complete perception now. Once you notice you're not a drop in ocean, your entire ocean In a drop, you notice everything is a drop in this entire ocean. In different forms, colors, emotions, backgrounds, different jobs, possessions, relationships or families. But you look just like ripples on a single pound, everything is recognized as impressions of the same boundless reality. So beautiful. I didn't expect that the DeepSeek's answer is so good. Joy and sorrow, light and shadow are seen as transient texture of the whole. Emptiness, that's the emptiness of Buddha's teaching. Or dependent arising. That's the fourth. So the fifth, I think this is last one. Sorry. Paradox of being. Words like I am and I am not both fail. There is a profound sense of being, everything and nothing. It's a radiant emptiness that is full, a fullness that is empty. Wow, I love this. I will copy this one. This is so deep. DeepSeek is deep. So cool. So cool. Just one second. Oh, it's in. I love this. This is the last one is a radiant emptiness that is full, a fullness that is empty. So beautiful. It's like the Heart Sutra. Emptiness is form, form is emptiness. There's no difference between form and emptiness. And please remember, there's 5 skandhas. Form is one of it. So form, perception, mental formation, consciousness, form, feelings, mental formations, form, perception, mental formation, consciousness. There's 5 skandhas. So all is one. So a radiant emptiness that is full, including your body, mind, your perception, your mental formation, your memory, everything now at this moment is full. It's radiant. But this fullness is transient. You see, is in Buddhism we call dependent arising. A arises because B arises. B arises because C arises. C arises because D arises. So it's a chain of karma or cause and effect. Do you notice this? Do you realize this? Dependent origination. Thank you. That's why Heart Sutra, 色即是空，空即是色 is the epic of Buddha's teaching. I think Heart Sutra contains 206 words. A fullness that is empty. Yes. The dynamic world, just look at the news or social medias. So many things happen, right? Happens or is happening. All these happenings are empty because all these happenings are transient and dependent, originated from each other. It is not annihilation but liberation from the confines of individuality. So beautiful. The deep seek is really deep. So you don't deny things, but you liberate it from the empty things. Yet you still maintain the strength and the wisdom and power or some technique to solve the problems, to deal with life. It's a total free. It's like ripple A recognize ripple B, and there's interaction between ripple A and ripple B. Say, husband and wife, daughter and son, mother and son, father and daughter. So all these ripple A and ripple B, they interact with each other. But now you have sense of totality. That's where liberation, starts. You don't resist what is happening. You can embrace what is happening. Or let's say you can let all be. That's a freedom. Nothing really disturbs you now. So that's the fifth of this answer from Deep Seek. The question is the direct experience of non-duality. I ask Deep Seek. And the last is the triggers. This might arise unexpectedly during deep meditation in nature or in moments of utter simplicity. Wow. Like hearing a bird sing, feeling the wind. It cannot be forced, only invited through openness and surrender. So beautiful, so true. It cannot be forced. Only when you your mind and heart are opened, your body is relaxed, this kind of experience can happen to you. Actually, it's always happening to you, to everyone. It is always so, actually. That's how lucky we are. It is always one. It is always non-dual. But the unity in complexity, or the complexity in the unity, the collapse of boundaries. You are boundless. The mental compartmentation dissolves. You still can tell the difference between an apple and an orange. An apple and orange, sorry. But you know your awareness is all inclusive. Like now, you can still notice the difference between a cell phone and a computer or anything else. But you know, all these rests in your pure awareness or identical undivided awareness. Your perception shifts from fragmentation, like this or that, these people and that people, to wholeness. It's like your attention shifts from objects in the space to the space of itself. Your space includes every object. You realize this. It's your direct experience. And it is true. It is always like this, actually. It is always like this since we are born. Since we were 5 years old, 10 years old, 15, 20, 25, 30, until now. It is always like so. The ultimate truth never changes, right? If a truth changes over time, over space, it is not ultimate truth. It's logic too, you see? Hello, Saja. And here is the important note from DeepSeek. This glimpse of direct experience of non-duality is not a permanent state for most. The mind returns, but the recognition lingers as a quiet knowing, a reminder that separation is a story and reality is far more mysterious and unified. Sorry, the reality is far more mysterious and unified than concepts can capture. So beautiful. So what I'm saying is just nonsense. I mean, we are trying to use words which are the division of the reality to talk about this inseparable oneness or reality. It's have you do you realize this? We're talking the unspeakable. We are speaking the unspeakable. That's the most paradox of humanity, the most mysterious paradox of humanity. And the last is the Rumi's poet. The poet Rumi hinted at it, said, "You are not a drop in the ocean, you see, you are the entire ocean in a drop. To know non-duality is increasing knowing and simply be what you always were, are." Okay, couple of minutes of silence. Thank you, Elsie. So if no more questions, so that's all for today. Talking or not talking is same. Oh, doing or not doing. Yeah. Okay, maybe see you next time. Thank you. Thank you.